What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you some stuff that CNC did send me again on another care package, and they sent me a brand new tattoo machine that has yet to launch. But first let me show you the other stuff that they sent me. They sent me a line of their cartridges, basically the Quill, I think that's Quill, yeah, Quill, the Rain, this one, and of course the police cartridges. These police cartridges I've used a lot. If you see a red cartridge on any of my videos, that's a police cartridge. They sent me a lot of this stuff, and it's one of my go-to cartridges right now, especially for like the bigger needle configurations, like the 15 RMs. Yeah, that's the one I'm using. Alright, now down to the machine that they did send me. Guys, this is a good one. It is a pretty damn special one, and I've been waiting for CNC to put out a machine of this kind. It is the CNC PN6. Check it out. Alright, so here we have the typical CNC box that contains one of the best machines I have used from CNC so far. Check it out. Take it off the lid. You're greeted with a nice little baggy thing. It is not a dong holder, but I guess if your dong is small enough, then yeah, it can be. Okay, here is the machine. Check it out. Nice little bronze finish. And of course, their signature matte finish on their designs. I really like the matte finish on their pen designs. Alright, let's take a look at what's inside. Alright, here is something new that they did not have before, which I really like because this is super important. Not a lot of people give this out. It is basically a warranty card. So I think it has a 6-month limited warranty from the date of purchase. And I don't know what this thing is. Like, I guess it passed like whatever. It passed like some sort of testing. Alright, now let's take a look at this thing. I'm sure it has, alright, some spare bands and RCA cable. Awesome. They love giving RCA cables. I mean, all tattoo machines should come with RCA cables. Yeah, it's a standard nowadays. Yeah, because you need your RCA to be able to use the machine, right? Alright, now let's put the box aside. Somewhere here. Alright, there we go. Now let's take a closer look at this machine right here. Really nice looking machine. Like, it is a beautiful looking machine. RCA connection, so it is not a wireless tattoo machine. Now it has an adjustable stroke from 3 to 3.3 to 3.6, 3.8, and 4.0. Now, yeah, I know it's only 3 to 4. Like, some people want to see 3 to 5, which is also what I want to see, but hey, I don't think that there is a stroke wheel out yet for pen types that can manage a 3 to 5 adjustable connection. Also, yeah, I think that's the main reason. Alright, let's take a look. Let's like snap it onto a different stroke setting. Right now it's at 4.0, which is my favorite setting in my opinion. So here we go. There we go. It has a really nice feel when you're turning it. Now it's at 3.0. When you turn it, it kind of like clicks properly, and then you just align it to where it has to go. Stop. There you go. There you go. There's like, when you hear the click, it like clicks into place. There you go. 4.0, 3.8, 3.6, 3.3, and 3.0. Very nice. You can also adjust the needle depth by turning this portion. And let's try and remove this grip, by the way, so that we can see what's underneath. There we go. There's the grip, and this is what's inside. I believe that, yeah, there you go. Really? Oh, here's where the bands go. This is where you put the spare bands. If ever these bands right here snap, you have the replacement ones right here. Alright, let's put it back into place. There we go. Now, personally, you would use the 3.0 setting if you were to do like light gray, like shadows, or maybe like, yeah, basically like soft shadows, soft blending, or like color, soft blending of colors, maybe even watercolor if you're into that. Yeah, 3.3, pretty much the same, just a little bit stronger than the 3.0 if you are used to doing like watercolor stuff and you don't need that softer hit, then here you go. Use a 3.3. 3.6 is like the versatile setting for stroke. Normally it's like 3.5, but 3.6 works as well. This is like the versatile stroke setting. You can do anything. You could even line with it depending on what you're using. You can line especially with like smaller needle configurations like 5RL, 3RL, maybe 7RS, but 7RS, depending on the part of the skin or what part of the body the tattoo is being done, it already kind of has like a, it doesn't, like 3.6 stroke isn't enough sometimes depending on what body part it is. So you can put it to 3.8 or just skip all the way to 4.0, which is my absolute favorite because it is powerful. There is a significant change when you move it from 3 all the way to 4 and you start like shading. You're gonna notice it. You're gonna feel that the machine has a stronger hit. Not necessarily more power, but a stronger hit on the machine. And yeah, if you're gonna do like color packing, power lining, or using a thicker or bigger needle group, maybe a 7RS, 9RS for power lining, or a 9 Magnum all the way up to like a 15, it can run it. Even bigger than 15, it can probably run it at 4.0. There you go, a nice sleek looking design. I feel like this is a 30 to 32 millimeter grip. It has these little bezels or like, you know, these groove things. Personally, that is the one thing that I would not like about this machine. That is my only complaint about it. Otherwise, it's good. I am not a fan of these like, you know, these groove things or the dips, but it is nice for some people. Some people like it because it's an additional thing that they can grip on. But I am a guy that has this thing, this like bumpy shit right here from using coil machines for the past 5+6 years, and yeah, it developed into a callus. And yeah, I like the smoother surface thing. Anyway, you're gonna wrap this thing up with grip tape, so it's not gonna be a big problem. Alright guys, do check out the demo video that I have for you guys. It is done in real time on actual skin. I feel like doing tattoos on actual skin should be the only kind of review video that you should take a look at, because yeah, practice skin on a review on a machine, it can only show you so much. Like, tattooing on actual skin is the way to go. Alright, check it out. Okay, so here we have the PN6 attached with a police 7RM needle. I set it to 3.0mm stroke to test out the soft shading. So this is like a gray wash that I'm using to just kind of give this part of the robot's shadow. Yeah, so by the way guys, this tattoo design is from Gurren Lagann. It is a great anime. Do check it out. If you haven't already, yeah, just do it. Awesome anime. I love doing anime tattoos. That's why I'm doing one right now for this review video. So yeah, watch the anime guys. Really good. Alright, so at 3.0mm stroke, I got the effect that I wanted. A nice light gray gradient. Yep, here we go. So for the lining, I attached a 3RL Rhine cartridge onto the machine. Do notice that the stencil lines are quite thick. That's because I do not have a stencil printer. I hand trace the stencils pretty much by hand, and the pen that I used was quite thick. That's why you can sometimes still see the stencil underneath the lining because the stencil line is thicker, but the lining using this machine at 4.0mm stroke is quite nice. And here you go. Here's even a curved portion of the design, and you'll see that it is quite saturated nicely. Alright, now on to the coloring portion of this tattoo. I am using a blue world famous ink, and I set the machine to 4.0 of course because it's color packing, and typically blue is quite difficult to pack, especially for the light blues to like the middle blues. And yeah, the machine was able to pack it quite quickly, although I had to go through it a couple of times. Like I said, because it is blue, it is quite harder to pack because you can see the skin easier and all that stuff. And sometimes it needs a little bit more time to settle, and then you can see the blue really come out, because when there's like blood and blue underneath, it kind of looks dark. So yeah, but I do believe that the machine performed well in coloring, especially the blue and this next color, which is lemon yellow. Now lemon yellow, when you're applying this, sometimes you might undersaturate it because it would appear saturated the first time you go over it, but really it is not yet completely saturated, so do go over it a couple of times. You want it to be like this really bright solid yellow. That's why I went through it maybe 2 or 3 times. But you'll see at the end of this coloring portion of the ice, the design is really gonna pop out more because of this bright yellow. Honestly, the design really needed the color in the ice to make it really more dynamic, and choosing the brighter yellow over the golden yellow was the correct choice. I mean, just look at this design right now. I mean, you saw it before, right? I felt like it was really lacking, but now with the yellow in there, looks great. Now with the white ink, you'll see it. It packed the white ink incredibly fast. Like, this portion, I really wanted it to saturate properly, but the next couple of spots, you'll see it. It's gonna saturate really quickly, and it's gonna look way better. Like that, just check that out. It was white right away. This part too. There you go. But of course, I kind of wanted it more. Yeah, there you go. Sometimes you'll find it lacking, like this portion. You can just go over it again. And on this next spot, because I was kind of thinking, I kind of want a little bit more highlight, but there's no more like spots to put out. So I noticed that the hand was there, and on the reference there was no highlight on it, but I felt like it should have a highlight, so I put one. Also, you can put white over red ink and it will pop out too, like here. Nope, not there, over there. Yep. So you'll see me do some white shading over that red, and you'll still see the white over it. Now, over time it will not be that white. It will settle, but it will have a different tone. Alright guys, do check out the tattoo. There you go. Looks pretty nice. I love this anime, and this design is actually super cool. Alright, for this design, I'm back to the Rhine 3RL doing a nice solid line. This time the stencil is a bit nicer because it did not smudge, and I use a finer tip pen for the tracing, and there you go. You can see the line way better. It is a nice solid clean 3RL line. Yeah man, this machine can do it at 4.0mm strokes. I love lining at 4.0. But you don't always have to line using the 4.0 setting. You can actually set it to 3.6. Because it is only just a 3RL, it should be more than capable. But if you want a faster session, then put it at 4.0. But do talk to your client first, ask if they're feeling pain, and if they're not, then continue with the 4.0. This next line, I decided to test out the 3.6 for lining, and here is the result. A nice, solid looking line. On to the shading portion, I decided to blend black to dark gray into a medium gray. And yeah, it's for like the Grim Reaper cloak, so I started off with the black, now I'm doing the dark gray. And it did a pretty good job at 4.0mm stroke. I was trying to blend it using 4.0 and it's capable of doing it. Quite quickly, in fact. The next portion, or the next gradient, you'll clearly see the blend between the dark gray into that medium gray, but it's honestly still sort of dark gray. I remember that I used like an extra dark, and then this one is just dark gray from Fusion Ink. But there you go, there's the gradient. Looks really nice. It's blended nicely, even at 4.0mm stroke. Really, it's my favorite setting, 4.0 for this thing. Especially when you're dealing with colors like this one. This is like a golden yellow mixed with a little bit of medium brown, just to give it that Labrador looking look. Because I was trying to make the Labrador color, and this is what I came up with. Alright, there you go. That is the Webtoon tattoo. I'm not sure what Webtoon this is, but yep, there you go. Now that you've seen the PN6 in action, my first experience or first look or first take into the machine is I quite like it. Alright, I do love these machines that have adjustable stroke. I raved on about it over on the other videos that I have on other machines that have adjustable strokes. And the reason why is it offers a lot of versatility. Now this machine is really nicely built, number one. It has a really nice matte finish like I mentioned. And when you adjust the top, when you adjust the stroke, it feels solid, you know, like the mechanism inside, it feels solid, like it's not gonna break anytime soon. Because when you adjust it to a different stroke level, it only adjusts to that different stroke level. You can't like over adjust it and you can't under adjust it. You can't put it in between two different settings. No, it's like it's gonna snap into the next one, and I really like that it does that. The form factor of the machine is really nice. The fact that it can fit into a regular standard pen bag is a little bit of a bonus because you don't have to buy these bigger pen bags. Yeah, because you might have some pen bags already, right? You can just use those onto this machine. Really satisfied with the performance of the machine. The cons of the machine, however, I don't have enough concrete evidence to give any cons to it. Right now, I like it so far. I need to use it way more. So I will be doing a more comprehensive review on the PN6 maybe in the next month or so. I'll use it on a bigger piece, on a bigger tattoo to see its performance long time. Because during those two sessions, I think I ran it for about 2 hours straight on the first one, and on the second one it was around an hour and a half. I want to see it perform on a 6-hour to 8-hour tattoo so that we can see if there's any like lag with the motor or something on a long session. There are some machines that do that, but I think this is going to be fine. I think it's definitely worth taking a look at, and if you're in the market for an adjustable stroke tattoo machine pen that is on a middle tier level, do check out the PN6. Link on the description below. Yeah, check it out. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Don't forget to hit that like, comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so that you're notified on what's coming next. I've got some new machines coming from a new sponsor, and I'm quite excited for that, so look out for that really soon. I'll see you all on the next video. Later.